Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading called A Life-Changing Message. So there has been a huge energy shift lately, you guys. Of course, this is a timeless reading, but I'm doing this reading at this specific moment in time for a reason. So many of us here at the beginning of 2020, and especially after the tumultuous energy of January, are needing some guidance or some uplifting or a positive message, or maybe just a space to ponder and understand these energy shifts. So if there has been a lot going down in your life lately and you're just wanting some word, this is going to be a message for you. I'm going to do this reading in a style that's going to feel as if it's very personal to you. And that is what I am intending with this reading here, is that it will speak to each and every one of you and you will receive the message you need to hear. So if you're interested in receiving this reading, all you have to do is just choose a stack of cards or choose a crystal that you feel drawn to the most. So you can choose number 1, we have the crystal ball. Number 2, the rose quartz. Or number 3, the amethyst crystal. Once you have chosen, you can head below to the comments and where the timestamps will be. They will also be in the description, and I will see you soon. So for those of you who choose number 1, let's get your life-changing message. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. So immediately, I'm being drawn to this adversity card. And the first message I'm seeing here is about somebody who's feeling torn between two lovers. And what I see for you is that you're in a marriage or you're in some type of relationship, and there's this other person that you might have been seeing on this side or that has come into your life and has offered you this opportunity to move to a new lifestyle, to come and be with them or be in their life, or you're feeling this relationship drawing closer, or you're tempted by this opportunity. So right now you're just waiting. You're waiting to see how this develops, but it's been causing strain in the relationship that you're currently in. So it's difficult because you're here waiting, and I feel like the relationship you're in is very tumultuous. Like the person that you're with is toxic or harsh with you, or there's been a lot of fighting lately. And this commitment, you feel like it's just been made in vain. You're sitting here committing to this person, but there's this cloud here in the background that stands for confusion and chaos and lies and deceit. And so there's this adversity because of it. Here's these two people. One of them is offering you stability. The other one is offering you adventure, fun, a new beginning. And so there's this need here to make a decision, to choose. And the message here is to follow your heart. Take a risk, take a leap of faith. This person that you're currently with, or that you've been seeing, that you're in the relationship with, or you have the commitment with, does not have good intentions. I feel like this relationship is just, it's done. It's done. There's nowhere else to go here. You're just sitting here waiting for this storm to pass, but it's never going to pass. Meanwhile, you have this passion, this flame that's growing in your heart for this other person, and you're starting to see the possibility of a new life with them, of everything that's been offered to you. So this new life, this abundant lifestyle, this adventure, you're gonna have to leave everything behind and take a big risk. And there really is no guarantee if this relationship is gonna work out, or if it's gonna last, or maybe even if it'll take place. But there's a message for you to leave this relationship. It's not good for you anymore. It's only causing you pain. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards about this situation. I see another message here in the cards. If for some reason that doesn't resonate with you, I see another message. But yeah, I see the worry here is home. You've built this home for yourself. It could be that it's been, decorated by you. You spent time in the home. Maybe there's children involved or something, and you feel very safe. You feel very comfortable. And leaving this person is going to cause you to have to leave this home. And it's like you don't know where you're going to go. You don't know where you're going to take shelter. Maybe it's a financial thing. And this other relationship or this other person or the thought of another person is very enticing, very exciting. Your heart is so open to it, but this is the worry. Now, I see a message coming out from your angels or spirit guides or your higher self to remember that you're always provided for. You're always protected. And you take your energy and your blessings and your natural abundance with you wherever you go. The universe isn't going to reward you for one choice and punish you for another. I see in this situation, you're going to be blessed no matter what choice you make. But remember, it's always easier to take the path of least resistance. So don't try to figure everything out right now. There's a message for you to just leap. Take that leap. Make it happen. So if for some reason you're hearing this and you're like, why am I here? This doesn't apply to me. I do see another message coming out that's on a different topic that might not have to do with love. It actually has to do with your home, of course, because we're seeing a lot of home situations. Some of you guys it's like you've been trying to manifest the finances for a better position in life. I see you living somewhere where there's a lot of conflict with the neighbors or with the landlord or with the roommate, or maybe you're living with family and you want to go out on your own in the world and get some space. And so you've been waiting and you've been growing your abundance, you've been saving up. It's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. There's been a lot of adversity on this path. There's a message to you to be a little bit secretive about this goal that you've set or this intention you've set about moving out or manifesting a new home. To keep this very personal, not to tell the roommates or not to tell the family, to keep this or friends, just keep it very personal to you and kind of silently work towards this goal. Yes, there has been adversity, but I'm getting a message that is because of some of the energies that you were going through, like in 2019, were about preparing you for this move and helping you to release things that no longer serve you so you could get ready. Because I see when you move to this new home and to this new place, it's like a outer manifestation of the inner changes you've gone through inside. So you're manifesting like a higher frequency. So when you get to this place, you're going to be creating sacred space around you through how you nest and how you decorate the home, and it's like a chance to start over, a chance to start new routines and new habits. It's going to place you in a different location to meet different people. I feel like you might even be moving to like like another town or another state, maybe even across the seas, another country. And it might be because you feel this energy like you need to go somewhere else to have better luck in romance, or to create a better environment for you and your partner. Something like romance has something to do with this for sure. There could be another person factored into this situation. So I do see this new home for you, okay? And I feel like what you might have to do is you might have to move somewhere temporarily or somewhere that's not exactly like what you thought, like to just get out of the situation you're in, and to make it happen. So I see somebody who's like moving to another country and has everything in alignment with the job and stuff, but they don't have the place, and so it's like they're staying in a hotel or they're staying in an Airbnb or something like that for a couple months before like they find the place they need. Or it could be that that you downgrade to like a smaller house or a small apartment while you're still house hunting or searching, or maybe it's just about taking the studio apartment in the better neighborhood versus living in a bad neighborhood with 2 bedrooms so that you can just be in a different surrounding and different energy, or get out of the situation, something like that. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's get your life-changing message from the tarot. Let's see what the cards have to reveal to you today. Whoa, this is definitely life-changing. There's a message here that you are at a major crossroads in your life right now, and you basically have a choice. The choice here is, are you going to stay on this traditional path that you're on? Like, it's like going to college and getting the job, or the office job, or, you know, I just feel like you feel like a slave, like you're chained to some type of job or some type of lifestyle, and you're feeling so restless. You're feeling restless. You might even be having like health issues or breakdowns or emotional stress right now, because it's like your body, your mind, your spirit is starting to like scream at you to tell you like, this isn't working, this isn't me, this isn't in alignment anymore. And so there's a call for you to come to balance. There's a need for you to achieve balance through approaching this situation from all areas, emotionally, physically, mentally. And so you're feeling overwhelmed right now, because I see something about there being like doctor's appointments or going to therapy sessions, healings, talking to friends, reading information. It's like you're trying to heal, you're trying to regain balance through every way. But what you really need to do is surrender your will and let this situation go. It's almost like this situation, and I feel like it's a job. I feel like it's a job or a lifestyle. It's just not serving you. And you're attacking this from so many different angles when you really just need to move on from that. It actually reminds me, I'll share a personal story real quick, just as an illustration. It reminds me of when I used to work as a swim teacher, and I did that for so many years, but I started getting older. I knew that there was more for me out there on my path, as far as like how I was going to use my talents and gifts with my career, how I was going to spend my time. And I started getting injured. So I had to go to, some doctors to get help for it. And I kept just asking them, patch me up so I can get back to it. And I kept breaking down. Pretty soon I started breaking down emotionally, mentally, like it just, my whole body, mind, spirit started breaking down. And it was because the situation no longer served me. I needed to let it go. But I was so afraid. I was so afraid to start over and have a new beginning and go out there and find something different. I was facing a lot of self-doubt, fear, insecurity. I kind of had a lack mentality, poverty consciousness, thought this is the only way because I don't have a college degree, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, I finally had no choice but to quit the job. I had a physical, mental breakdown so bad that I had to quit. And it wasn't until then that I finally got the space to just rest and heal and refocus and tune back into me, who I truly am, and figure out my truth so I could get on a different career path. And here I am today, you guys, doing tarot, doing fashion, doing makeup. I want you guys to know it's possible. The dreams that you have are not in vain. So there's this message telling you these breakdowns you've been having are trying to help you to learn to trust this process and beckoning you to come to balance through releasing this lifestyle or this habit or this addiction or this situation. It could be your job, because I see that. I really see that. It's like you need a new environment. and to recommit yourself to your dreams. Now, there's a way that you can do this in a smart way. You can line up another job before you quit this one, or you can make a plan. I'm not saying here, the cards aren't telling you to do anything impulsive. It's just telling you need to set some new intentions here. And also remember, this is the Magician card telling you that, and reminding you that you create your reality through your thoughts, through your feelings, through your actions, through your intentions. All you really need to move forward is just a dream, the ability to have a clear vision. So that means writing your dream down in detail or making some type of vision board, spending time really like seeing it and feeling what that's gonna be like. And then the ability to just be open to signs, synchronicities, and messages that will prompt you to take action. Don't obsess over what step or taking the right step or making the right move. All that matters is that you take a step. It's more about the energy and more about the momentum of just trying and staying consistent with that and moving forward than it is about like actually taking the right step. So don't get hung up on the hows and the whys and the wherefores. Just take a step, because your energy is so powerful. When you harness it and you direct it, you can move mountains. So this is really positive. A rebirth is coming into your life, and because of it, you're going to be placed in a different situation, and you're actually going to meet some new people. I think you might not realize that your surroundings are toxic, or you're surrounded by some people who are toxic, and they're draining a lot of your energy because you're an empath, you're an intuitive person, you're an open heart, and just so many people sucking your energy, and then this situation is draining your energy. And so it's like you need to just harness all of this back, come to balance, make a choice, and start moving forward. It's a lot more simple than it would think. This whole situation feels very chaotic, but oftentimes chaotic situations have very simple solutions. So remember that you have the power here. The reason why you feel so much resistance in your life right now is because something's got to give. So just be perceptive to that. Realize that the universe isn't trying to punish you. It's just pushing you in the direction of your greatest good. You've probably prayed and asked for some things or tried to manifest some things. So everything that you're seeing right now is the universe shifting and bending and folding time and space to bring you what you've asked for. It just appears really chaotic. When you ask for something big, you have to be prepared to make big changes. You have to be prepared to take big risks. You have to meet that with big faith and big trust. So you're being stretched right now, and you're growing, and it's beautiful. And I believe you're going to make the right choice. I think you're going to leave this path and you're going to take one that feels a lot more authentic to you. So this is actually a really good thing that's happening right now. The dreams that you have are coming. This is an opportunity, even though it might not seem like it. So take it. Don't wait for the answer. Create the answer. Create the solution. Create the opportunity yourself. Direct your energy. Create your life. Be intentional and focused right now. And you've got some people that will support you along the way. You're never alone. The universe always sends someone. So be on alert for people that are going to come into your life who might have a message for you, or who want to make a friendship with you, or might have an opportunity. Although you feel like you need to kind of pull back and get your energy back together and balance, don't completely shut yourself off from other people right now, at least the people that have the good vibes, because I see an opportunity coming through a specific person very soon that has something to do with your dreams, but it's like you have to release something in order to open up to that. You got to create space. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 3, let's get your life-changing message that you're meant to hear right now. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. I see a couple different messages here. I see the first message. I can't ignore this love card, and then the 3 of Swords right next to it. I feel like you've been like rejected or kind of abandoned by somebody who swooped into your life, wearing their heart on their sleeve, promising you the world, and then delivering a nightmare. And so this is a card of somebody who's feels like they've really been deceived, or somebody who really feels like they've been had. But I sense you're on the other side of that now. And you're just starting to regain your strength. Like this person has been blocked, has been deleted, and you're moving on. It's still very fresh though. So it's like you're struggling a little bit with trust issues. You're not quite sure, like, okay, wow, now that all that energy's out of your life, now you can regain your focus and like bring it back to you. And so there's a message here to get excited about this. Allow yourself to be excited, because I feel like you finally feel like you can catch your breath from this and you're not looking over your shoulder anymore. You don't really feel like the other shoe is gonna drop. I think what's happening here is you're starting to taste your freedom for the first time in a long time after this happened. And so there's a message from your angels or your spirit guides or your higher self telling you, like, allow yourself to get excited about this, because like this is amazing. Like, yes, you're free, you moved on from that, you've learned lessons, and now you're going to receive some blessings. And this situation, it's behind you. You don't need to try to make sense of it anymore. You don't need to try to ask, like, why did this happen? It's just like, it's gone. It's in the past. It's done. So you've been brought into the present. There's an acknowledgement of the strength that you've had. And now you can finally be loyal to yourself again. This is a card that's talking about focus. You need to focus now as you move forward, but you're hesitant. You're a little hesitant. You're like, is this going to happen again? You know, you've let this go, but there's still a side of you that's worried, like, is the universe against me, or is God against me, or am I doomed to repeat this fate? It's almost like there's a part of you that might feel like you deserved it. And that happens. Sometimes when something traumatic happens, or we are abused in a relationship, sometimes subconsciously we feel like we brought it on ourselves, or we deserved it, or we manifested it, or it's our fault because we were like in a low vibe and we attracted it. And I hate that part of the spiritual community that basically says like you deserved what you got from somebody who horribly abused you or mistreated you. I don't believe that at all. So this is a card telling you, look, there's things that happen in our lives sometimes that we maybe aren't supposed to make sense of. Maybe years from now, when we look back, things are put in context. You know, all we need to know is that this is a world of contrast, up and down, hot and cold, dark and light, good and evil. There's rebirth and new beginnings. There's chaos, death, and destruction. And you can even see that in nature, the cycles of nature. And so you went through some type of death cycle. And the message to you is that things are building, things are starting over, things are new. The spring in your life is coming. So you don't have to hesitate. Everything is going to be working in your favor. There's a big manifestation coming for you. And I just got this message about a child. The birth of a child for somebody specifically who's watching, who's been having trouble conceiving. Like there's a birth of a child. You're going to find out you're pregnant very soon. I see something else about this manifestation being financial abundance, because some people, like, you were struggling with your finances when you were with this person because they just drained you, maybe even financially drained you. So I see finances coming in, and like you're regaining your energy and your personal power, and so the flow is coming back into your life. Okay, so it's almost like a faucet has just been turned on at full blast, and you're going to start feeling these effects. So when it first starts happening, when all these blessings and abundance first start happening, and I feel like this has been happening lately, you're going to start feeling like, is this a joke? Is this for real? Like, you might be afraid, like, is someone going to come take this away from me? Do I really deserve this? But the universe is telling you to open your arms and receive, because your karmic storehouse of wealth and abundance is overflowing. You know, it's like you get what you put out there, and you've always been the kind of person that's put out compassion and kindness, and maybe that's why it was hard for you to recognize who this person was at first. And I feel like you really tried to help this person, you just got burned. And so this is saying, no, this is your time now. This is your time now. You don't need to help anybody anymore. You just need to help yourself and let the universe rain down on you, pour out on you your abundance. And so I feel like this is more a message telling you about what's to come and telling you about this shift that's happening in your life and reminding you don't have to be afraid of it. Sometimes we're so used to chaos that when we receive peace and when we receive love and when we receive abundance, it can be scary because we feel like we're going to lose it, or we feel like it's a joke, or we just don't know what to do. Sometimes like the fear of not knowing or the fear of the unexpected is like more terrifying to most people than anything else. And so I feel like, yes, you don't really quite know what's happening here, but the energy is shifting for you in a really good way. And this is telling you don't have to be afraid anymore because nothing's being taken away from you. In fact, everything is being given to you. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.